Because you make excuses, Chris. Every single... Alright. Good morning, everybody.
Подходи, не стесняйся.
And we'll play on survival. We'll do hardcore. Normally I like to do Ranger, but since it's been so long since I played this game, to the left most of the Ranger's barely.
Разбираем перышки, пацанчики. Сам правил, бриться можно.
В тоннеле становилось все холоднее. Мы с Мельником поднимались все ближе и ближе к поверхности. Через минуту мы должны были оказаться наверху, наедине с воющим ветром, наедине с чудовищами, наедине с самой судьбой. Я был почти у цели.
Когда ты покидал свою родную станцию, думал ли ты, что мы окажемся в таком положении? Что мы даже не будем знать, спасаем ли мы наш мир или обрекаем его навсегда? Держись! Опа! Фух, поймал. Чтобы подняться на поверхность, нам придется пробраться через брошенный блокпост, Артем. Тихо. Там что-то есть в соседней комнате. Открывай гермоворота, я прикрою.
There's nobody among the Order's fighters who ever lived at the expedition. Why would they risk their lives to save us? Total strangers to them. What for? Perhaps they, just as I do, believe that the Dark Ones are a threat. Not just for our god-forgotten backwater station, but for the Metro as a whole. That I don't know. One thing I know for sure, I can't watch these people and feel not feel information. They couldn't care less which station we hailed from, which god and which politics we believed. The one thing they actually cared about was that we were human beings and we were in danger. When joining the Order, one vows to protect the Metro, the last refuge of the human race, to the end. Some of them believe they can prevail. A lot more think we're all doomed regardless, but they don't even think of laying down their arms and giving up the struggle. Such were Hunter's comrades, and it would be the highest honor for me to become one of them. Normally I would play this on Survivor.
Открывай ворота, я прикрою.
Hello.
Hello? What's up, man?
I'm here in your stream,
Ржавый
ready to
отряд.
be the funny guy.
Ready
Вечно
to
всё
be the
ломается.
funny guy. Hell
Придется
yeah.
открывать вручную.
Still trying to get my mods working for Cyber Sleuth.
Yeah, I was just telling chat that normally I'd play this on Hardcore Rangers, but since it's been so long, I'm just playing it on Hardcore.
That's fair.
Because when you play it on Ranger mode, it takes off your UI and your HUD.
Oh, I couldn't.
It's not. I know it sounds like that would make it like super ultra hard and challenging, but it's not too bad.
Oh, so we were talking about it earlier, but apparently the bread thing is true. If what I've seen, because I've always seen tweets from ladies whenever they bring up the bread meme, right? I saying actually it's kind of true.
Готов, Артем? За мной. Ну все, давай наверх.
I mean, those carbs got to go somewhere.
Yep.
Titties are just fat, after all.
Так. Похоже, никого нет.
Yep.
Не забудь надеть противогаз перед выходом на поверхность. Без него ты долго не протянешь.
Gas.
Мы почти на месте. Это концертный зал. Отсюда до башни 2 шага.
But I am playing this on, like, I guess the second hardest difficulty, so
А вот и
that's good enough.
пожаловали.
Batman, there's no laws against the Digimon, Batman. I can do whatever I want with it. Did she consent? What? Did she consent?
No laws against the Digimon Batman.
I mean, did she consent?
Давай-ка наляжем.
Like, yeah,
Тянем.
no problem then.
Готов? Тянем.
I like to think that just takes the wind out of Joker's sails.
That's fair. That's the great part. It's like he was getting ready to do the whole spill, and then Batman just goes, "Did she consent?" Yeah.
Well,
Are you
yeah.
of age, miss? Are you of age, miss? I'm like 23.
Приник на связи.
Okay.
Уйман.
No problem here. See you later, Joker.
Слышу вас, отлично, прием.
Oh,
Башня.
now I don't want to do it
Мы у
anymore.
башни. Группа выдвинулась. Прием.
Так точно, они на связи. Говорят, что приближаются к башне.
Принято. Следующий сеанс связи, когда
I started writing the react again, and I chose the best thing.
остальные уже, наверное, на месте.
The advice was the best thing to start doing it for.
I have to turn this down just a little more so I can hear it. Man, these games are loud as fuck. Bro, I'm still surprised at how loud Resident Evil 2 was yesterday.
There's a PS1 game. They didn't understand audio controls until like late into the PS2's life.
I know, dude.
That was why I don't like going back to the old clips of my first KH1 stream. I could barely fucking hear myself.
It's really funny because, like, the first thing Minnie said is like, hey, when you get into it, just make sure you turn your audio down. And I was like, how loud is this thing gonna be? And literally, the fucking the Capcom intro where it's like, literally, like, the very first thing I hear is that just blaring in my fucking ear. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is this so loud?
Спину берегите. Здесь, пожалуй, придется пожестче, чем в библиотеке.
Hey, Lucas, welcome to the stream.
The stream nerd.
наш дом. Это все, что у нас осталось. Да, жизнь тут не сахар, но ты всегда знаешь, что на твоей станции каждый человек тебя как родной. Тебе есть ради чего и ради кого жить. Но с тех пор, как появились эти мутанты, все изменилось. Мы стали другими. Нами правил
Internet
страх.
funny man Superstat Timmy says that you are Russian.
Он изменил все. И в особенности мою жизнь.
Now I can't hear it. Just a normal day in Moscow.
The more I look at Dragon Age Velgar's gameplay, the more I think to myself, as soon as I play this game, I'm never going to be able to play Inquisition,
Ever again?
the same again. Yeah. I mean, I'm still going to play it, but like, I'm going to always be thinking to myself, wow, I can't wait to get the Velgar.
I just hope Veilguard
That's how much.
I just hope Veilguard is good.
Veilguard's combat looks genuinely fun. Like, for real, it looks like what I thought Dragon's Dogmas 2 was going to be.
I just want it to be
Like, take a
good
look
because-
at some point. Take a look at it
Because-
at some point. They got like a bunch of gameplay stuff now.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Just because
Артем,
I really
проснулся
want
наконец.
BioWare
К
to
нам скоро придет
recover
Хантер. У него-то
from
всегда самые
If-
свежие новости с
if-
других станций.
If they
Вставай, тебе
keep
тоже
up
будет
this kind of
интересно послушать.
momentum, right, I can see the next Mass Effect game being like really good.
hopefully it won't. Hopefully it won't fucking come out in 2029.
It's gonna come out in 2029. They gotta do DLC for Veilguard too.
For everybody
They still have
who's
to finish the position.
everybody who's joining in right now, we are playing on. We're playing on survival hardcore, so we're doing a more stealth-oriented, survival more
Пойдем, Артём,
instead of
пойдем.
doing action. So it's gonna be a little more slow and controlled.
Я не через такое прошел. Я этого не боюсь. И что ты хочешь сделать с черными? Найти и уничтожить? Да не смеши.
Привет, Артем.
Этой станции недолго осталось, если нападения черных не прекратятся. Мы должны что-то сделать.
Inquisition mod
Что
before I
еще
start
мы
playing
можем
it during the
сделать?
stream. Also, I gotta finish writing part of this react. Oh wait, I gotta finish this crisis course.
Journal in here somewhere.
Nothing I can see that I want. Okay, never mind. Huh?
What? I didn't say anything.
No, just I saw an interesting looking
Перебьют до
mod.
единого и сожрут.
Сереженька, Сереженька, моего никто не видел. Сережа,
Прошлой ночью они снова напали на наш дом. Госпиталь переполнен.
а долго нам
Артём,
еще
пойдём.
ждать? Мой брат в лазарете.
Все под
Не
контролем.
знаю, выживет он или нет.
Посторонним нельзя.
Леша, боже ты мой.
Пётр.
Что же делать теперь? Где ты, Леша?
А,
Я хотела
извините,
сказать,
не
как
узнал.
дежурство. Что с Алексеем, не знаете?
Проходите, товарищ Сухой. Здорово, Артем. Мы тут в осаде. Родные рвутся к раненым своим.
And if you're all wondering why I have the Russian audio on, I prefer it over the English dub.
Как раненые.
Никаких улучшений. Этим утром
Can you speak
еще
Russian?
двое скончались.
No,
Черные убивают не сразу.
I just like the general sound of it. What's really
No, I
funny
wasn't
is
questioning,
that
I wasn't questioning your voice acting reference. I was just curious.
oh no, I can't. What's really funny is that the English VA of the Metro series, they're perfectly good. It's really funny because people were critiquing the English dub because they were like, they all sound like they have stereotypical Russian accents, and what's funny is that all of the fucking English voice actors are all Russian, and they're speaking in their natural accent.
Oh, once again, Western players not know what the fuck they're talking about.
Right, all right. Day after day, our patrols go out to the northern tunnels, and day after day.
All right, so I was watching a video on Twitter. Yes, a big mistake, I know, right? But it was on Space Marines. It was on Space Marines. I didn't watch the full clip, but the guy said that I don't really know anything about Warhammer 40k, and then immediately gets angry when a black guy shows up.
Oh, that's because people. It's one of the things. So here's the thing I hate about like. It's the whole like anti-woke movement, right? Like, some people will think something is woke for like some people think something's woke for like the dumbest fucking reason. Like, for example, like people say like Yakuza is woke because of like minor things in it, and it's like, brother, just because there's something minor in it doesn't mean it's woke. Like, being woke means it's being shoved in your face. Not
also, it's not like Warhammer 40k ever said, no, black people don't exist, correct?
Right, exactly.
It's not like Lord of the Rings where they said, like, nah, black people aren't really in this part of the country.
No, some people, that's the one thing I hate about, it's just like any other, like, movement, right? You have the people who are in the extremes, and then some people will think anything that's, like, even slightly, like, not conservative, like, slightly, like, not conservative is woke, and it's not the case. It's like, brother, that's not how that works. Because at that point, you're just trying to justify being a bad person.
100%.
Just as how people will, you know, like, force in, like, forced diversity to justify being a bad person.
Спасибо. А теперь закройте ворота.
Давно не виделись, Хантер.
Рад видеть тебя, Саш. Здравствуй, Артем.
Ну, Хантер,
so that's how
какие
they
вести свои?
translate
Что в мире
Gohan's
творится?
one quote now.
Ну как? Да все как обычно. Все говорят только о вашей станции и этих ваших мутантах. Артем, я тут прикупил древние открытки с видами Нью-Йорка. Держи.
Hey, gents.
Hey, what's going on?
Hello, tired man.
I'm very tired, even though I've already been outside. I've had no caffeine today at all whatsoever.
Oh, there's some fucking coffee in you.
I'm probably gonna do some G Fuel in a minute, but I'm in the middle of it, my men, gents, my boys. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it today.
Кирилл, бери своих
He's
закрывай.
feeling it. Are you feeling it,
like,
Mr. Krabs?
I'm feeling it.
Согласен.
I took my meds like 2 hours late last night.
Здесь.
Because I was trying to reach my quota and I didn't reach my fucking quota.
Черт, где
So
же они
it was a pipe dream regardless, so I didn't even reach the first quota. I have 2 quotas, you see. The first quota is 2k words. If I can do that, my second quota is 5k.
You're kidding. I'm
It's
glad I don't.
combat right
What a
now.
freaking geekdom.
What?
What the fuck is geekdom?
Geekdom?
Yeah. Because
Geek?
apparently
Oh,
he
Gaga.
spoiled like a whole bunch of shit about Dragon Ball Daima.
That's
Like entire plot threads and ideas and characters. That's really annoying. And I hope it doesn't show up on my feed because I would actually like to
mute Dragon Ball Daima right the fuck now if you don't want spoilers. If you didn't want spoilers,
It's not
in the first
out.
one- Yes, but mute it
okay,
on Twitter. On Twitter.
I thought you were all like, oh yeah, it's like get it right
No,
now.
mute it on.
Really frustrated.
My man, you can mute things on Twitter. You can mute things on Twitter so that you don't have to see spoilers for it. That's what a lot of anime people do when stuff is trending.
so I'm pretty sure.
That way it doesn't come across your feed unless you're using Tumblr, in which good luck with that godforsaken site.
Oh, I'm barely on it nowadays.
I used to run a blog for posting homebrew items and I completely abandoned it. I feel really bad because people liked them. But I just lost the drive to play Pathfinder, you know? Around Rage of the Elements is when I stopped posting items because it was like, okay, I know what you guys were planning and this is not going to go well, so I'm going to say fuck you now and get over with it.
I hear your cat.
Yeah, he's in the background there. Actually, he's right here now. Move fast. Hi, buddy. This is Shiro. He's a good boy. He's a very good boy, and he's walking over my copy of the Tao Te Ching. Please stop, but I need to read this at some point. With yesterday's stream, even though it was only like 4 hours long, I was still so busy most of the day that I haven't cracked into any of my books that I wanted to crack into this week, and I'm behind on quota for book. And once I start actually publishing chapters, I can't be behind quota on book, or else bad thing happens. That's 2 books away from now, so I don't care. Bad thing happens. So, if on the place I'm publishing it on, Joey, are you there, or are you just?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just paying attention to the fucking story since it's been a while since I've played this.
Anyway, I'm publishing on Royal Road, and if you don't publish like 3 to 5 chapters a week, which is a lot, and they all need to be 2 to 3K words long, not any longer than that, preferably.
I thought Minnie said bare minimum like 2 chapters a week.
It depends on if you really want to reach Rising Stars or not. Bare minimum 2, preferably 3 to 5. But the place I'm publishing at, they really like frequent updates, and I'm planning ahead to write 3 books ahead of time. That way I can dump chapters weeks at a time and still be far ahead enough that I won't run out of stuff to publish. But at that point, I might be a little burnt out, so I'm gonna maybe take a couple weeks off and then, you know, 3 books. And if it doesn't do well on Royal Road, I'm just gonna fucking self-publish it and use all my connections in the book industry world to get some shit done.
I think it'll do fine on Royal Road.
It'll probably do great on Royal Road because that place is a hive of scum and villainy of lit RPGs and isekai.
Absolutely.
And I dig it. I dig it. There are stories I love reading, and I wish they would update more. I'm part of the problem. You see, I am part of the problem.
You are 100% part of the problem.
There was this one where she had these specific. I can't remember. It's been too long since I read it. It's only been a couple weeks. But she had these special powers she developed right as she's kind of a healer, but she hasn't fully awakened where I'm at, so she could die if she doesn't awaken her abilities. And it's really compelling. It's actually rather nice, and I want to review it once I've caught up to everything. That way, because you want to make connections early on in Royal Road before you even publish your shit. That way,
absolutely.
People will want to read your stuff because you read their stuff. And the lit RPG I was reading is really good, so I wanna review it. Just one, because it's good. 2, because I might be able to make a friend. And Minnie's already on there, so he'll probably read whatever shit I publish.
Probably. Also, one of my favorite things about the Metro series is that they self-advertise by putting the books in there. As you can see.
Base.
Read a book. Kid, real gamers don't read, but other than
gamers don't read. Said the man who's talking to a man with like 11 books sitting behind him at this very moment, a foot away. Bitch, do you know how many of these books are one series? At least 8 of them. Some of these light novels get Journey to the West length. We're beyond.
Вот, этот мужчина, он по занавесу оборачивается ко мне и говорит: девушка, если же моя
But
жена-
I've stopped calling my novel a light novel because it has gotten very not light. I've been reevaluating what I should call it because light novels are generally not like stop where I'm at right now, and I'm not even halfway done with the first book. They're usually about 70k words long, double spaced, and also with big text.
Невозможно просто. И люди грязные, вруны, лицемеры, предатели сплошные.
But definitely not in this case. So Metro comes from a book series?
Yes, Metro comes from a book series.
I've never heard of it. That's strange. You'd think I would have heard of it.
Yes, it's originally based off of a book series. I've read the original Metro 2033, and it's very, very, very different from the games, actually. The books, so I haven't read 2024, but I've read 2033, and it is
Извини, Артём, тут пока закрыто.
a lot more depressing than the games are. The games are actually a lot more optimistic than the books are.
Don't worry, guys. We'll make it out of this situation somehow. This game is
even though the games are still very, very sad.
This game is so unrealistic. I haven't seen any alcoholics wearing tracksuits.
That's because the alcohol doesn't exist. It's the apocalypse.
It exists. They have to make vodka.
They're rare
now.
Well, where are the tracksuits? Where are the Slavic tracksuits?
All those don't exist anymore.
Oh, very sad. So sad that Russia died of ligma.
What the hell's a Russia?
Ligma balls. So is this
Joey,
kind of like...
no!
I'm gonna ask a question that's really annoying. Is this kind of like Fallout, where if you take too much shit, people get mad at you?
No.
Okay, so you can kind of just loot as you go.
Yeah, you
No,
can.
these developers actually
And
care.
no one's gonna get a piss fit over you. Is that kind of locked in?
I don't know what the deal is with him.
Fair enough. Lots of environmental storytelling because there's a lot of guys standing around doing nothing. Man, having the sound on for this must be great. I currently can't stand the sound of my own voice, so that's gonna be a problem when I edit stuff for you.
What's that?
A problem that I'm gonna have when I start editing that video that you're gonna be sending me here in a minute is I can't stand the sound of my own voice right now.
This is one of the things I really like about Metro.
Yeah, great system.
How life kind of just goes on despite everything, you know?
Oh, yeah. Shit goes on. Life continues on. Let's see if I can pull a random passage from the Tao Te Ching that will be very appropriate for this moment in time. Knowing not to know is recommended. Knowing not to know is a not knowing to know is a defect. In general, simply deem defects to be defects. Then no one can be non-defective. Sages are not defective. When they deem defects defects, for this reason they do not act on defects. In other words, Slavs suck. Because they're defective.
And here we get our second weapon.
Is that racist for me to say?
Yes.
Okay,
I didn't hear
incredible.
what you said, but
You didn't hear.
Say it again.
I'm not reading that entire passage again. No. You can go back in the video and watch it and listen to me say it.
Coward.
And like the video and subscribe.
На всякий пожарный. Так, теперь все, хоккей. Хочешь опробовать свой арсенал?
Like, I'm gonna
Прошу.
subscribe.
Ну,
Fuckface.
просто постарайся. Первое время особо не высовываться. Окей?
We're doing target practice.
Yep, just a little bit.
That gun is cool. I like
Yep.
its magazine.
It's called the bastard gun.
It's jank as fuck, but I dig it. Are these based off of real guns, or did the Slavs just like in the story like
No,
kinda...
some of the guns are real guns, and then some of the guns are like these bastard-made things, like the bastard gun. And there's a homemade double-barreled shotgun that's I'll be getting later. That's like iconic.
I imagine some people do not like the unrealistic magazine capacity there, or the gun in general. I imagine some gun autists, not saying names, do not like the guns in this series.
Actually, I don't think Minnie has any problems with it because he knows it's not like.
It's an apocalypse. They have to deal with what they got.
Yeah.
I imagine he has written something similar to that gun. It's essentially a G gun, but I will not say that word because the feds will get in here and start disliking the video.
Nobody cares about the Fed.
I care about the feds. I care about the feds. I hope my FBI agent is burning in hell right now.
Слышал уже, наверное, что мы собираемся
Because everyone knows my FBI agent is actually Tally. He was attempting to...
этим караванам, отправляемым пока что гуманитарную помощь.
Tally, I
Они
love
там
you.
бедно
I
живут.
love you, buddy.
Вы должны
Tally.
Sometimes.
Ехать тут недалеко, и туннели вроде спокойные. Артём, послушай меня.
Tally.
Я вижу, ты все на Хантера засматриваешься.
By the way, I told you before, Jacon, but we're at Beelzemon.
Yeah, I know. We talked about that. And I mentioned Beelzemon X would not leave anything but a crater in the world that you're standing on. Would you elude Sysmon Blanc?
What? What was that last part? I heard lewd and Sysmon Blanc, but you cut out.
I said that Beelzemon X would not leave anything but a crater of your planet should you start looting Systemon Blanc in his presence.
The fuck? You think I'm a lolicon? I'm actually genuinely insulted if you think I would do that.
I would not think he would do that. I'm just saying that is what generally Beelzemon X would do. Even he's above that. Poor Impmon and basically everything he's ever been in. Poor Impmon.
I mean, a lot of what happens to Impmon is his own damn fault.
Oh, it's pigs. There are pigs. And...
Nobody told him to fight that perfect in that one episode. I'm still surprised he's alive.
But let's stop talking about Digimon because I feel like it's annoying Joey. Let's talk about Russia.
Hey, did you know that there's a Russian Digimon called Rushamon?
Готов? Тогда двинули.
So, how are they getting these pigs to be that fat in a fucking tunnel underground?
Don't worry about it.
What are they feeding them?
Pigs.
Joey, is there world building in the novels that explains how the fuck they do this?
Эй, ребята, вы на Рижскую едете?
Feed them mushrooms that they breed. They feed, so a lot of the diet consists of mushrooms that they grow underground, along with other like rations and such.
Is this one where you have to like pull the train back and forth with the lever? Oh yeah, it's saying that. Go for it. We have to pull the lever sometimes. Where are you guys?
Meowing. I don't like that.
Well, deal with it. That's what they fucking do.
It sounds like he's going to attack these.
We're going to another part of the station known as Riga.
Так я покинул родную станцию. В первый раз с далекого детства.
However, Artyom is actually going to be going to find the rest of the group that Hunter is part of, because Hunter told him if he doesn't come back to go and find them, because they have to take care of these supernatural beings known as the Dark Ones.
I'll have to see the wonderful.
Так откуда ты?
С Рижской. Я тут челночью
Okay, I have to go. I have to go.
Don't worry, Joe. I'm still here to be funny.
Ближайший базар на следующей станции
Hey guys,
Там
are
уже
you
большое
based,
метро
right?
начинается. Я раньше частенько в поезд ездил, но теперь туда так просто не попадешь. Нужно или везение, или паспорт гражданина Ганзы.
А чё так?
Ну, Ганза ведь все метро соединяет своим кольцом. И станций у нее куча. Но чужаков там не любят. А если через Ганзу ты не можешь пройти, потому что гражданством не вышел, тогда тебе дорога лежит через красных фашистов или через простых бандитов. А эти ребята в последнее время совсем озверели. Если никого рядом нет, друг другу глотки режут.
Что случилось, Петь?
Алексей,
What, in your opinion, is the best version of Final Fantasy 1?
Best version of Final Fantasy 1?
Yes.
I would say either probably like the PSP version or the GBA version.
застрял военный караван.
Okay, just want to ask.
Sorry, my cats were making a noise that I thought was Krista trying to get into the house because she's on her way back.
Что-то в этом роде. Так что вам придется ехать по служебному
So
туннелю.
That's why I was like, I had to go.
Because I'm gonna start a Final Fantasy 1 review and work my way slowly
Ладно,
through the
Петр,
games.
открывай
I'm
ворота.
so sorry. You have to play
Торчать
Final
же здесь
Fantasy 2.
пожизненно.
А чё в
Yes,
нем
yes,
такого в
yes,
этом
I know,
туннеле?
I know.
Ну,
Enjoy hitting yourself to gain your
обычный
stats up.
тоннель с виду.
Incorrect, I know the glitch. I know the
Я
glitch,
в
the
прошлом
level up
месяце
stats
шел
faster.
им,
Based.
и не понравилось мне.
You go
Совсем.
forward and back and then go forward and back and forward and back and take one step forward.
Wait, which board is that glitch
Мы
on?
на дрезине, вооружены.
Yes.
Все будет хорошо.
You're playing the NES version of 2.
Going through
I
the
have
spooky
to.
tunnel!
The
What
spooky
part
tunnel?
of the review do you not get where I have to play the original version at least a bit before I can move on to other versions?
The kind of review that I understand how reviewers work, and they usually play the best version of the port to give the best impression of the game that they possibly can.
No, I want to be honest. It's like if I just review one port of the game, I'm not being like 100%. If there are multiple ports of the game,
I think you're overthinking it.
Right?
I genuinely think you're overthinking it.
I'm not. Let me explain my reasoning, right?
You have been explaining your reasoning, and I don't agree with
If
it.
there are multiple ports of the game that all play differently for each other, I feel like, in the spirit of fairness, right, I should check out each version, not even play it fully to completion, at least enough to feel like I get a grasp of like what's the strength and weaknesses of each port.
Except you're already denying that you're not playing the mobile ports, which is blatantly leaving out factoids about the games.
Nobody's gonna play on fucking mobile.
I
Unless
did.
It's an emulator.
They actually do. They actually do play on mobile.
And you're
Tion,
weird.
just
play it on the emulator.
Just for fucking God's sakes, Tion, just do one port, please. I'm begging you. Stop overcomplicating this. You are legitimately
overcomplicating it.
You are overthinking this.
I think
play
you
one
guys
port.
should just
play one port.
Listen. Let me cook. I actually find this kind of stuff fun.
Tion,
and if
you find it fun, that's one thing, but don't justify it as I need to do this for fairness when like people like Pro Jared will play on private servers and stuff just to actually review it in some cases. In its form that he remembers it. Because like what Pro Jerry did when he reviewed Final Fantasy XI, he played on Eden, not actual retail Final Fantasy XI. While he looked up stuff about Final Fantasy XI retail and told people about it and told them, hey, this supports the official game, you should probably play it, but if you wanted a classic experience from 75 era, then play Eden or Horizon.
Wait, 11's a MMO?
Yes.
Yes, Tion,
it was the first MMO, and it's half the reason why everything is the way that it is in 14.
I'm gonna be real, I thought 12 was the MMO.
No, 12 is a game that plays like an MMO would play. It's a natural evolution of 11, but they used it in a sense of this is a single player RPG. And also you can automate some stuff, but not everything.
Is Sophie with the rabbit girl?
No. Yes. Which one?
She's like dark skin or something?
Fran, yes.
Okay.
That one's a single player game. 11 is the MMO.
I'm actually looking forward to playing that.
11 came at the launch of the PS2, and 12 came at the very end, which is why not a lot of people know much about 12. And 12 is an amazing game. I highly recommend it. But if you're playing in order, it's gonna be a while before you get there.
Yeah, I know.
So hopefully retail 11 won't be dead by the time you get there.
I was gonna stop like for the Final Fantasy because I was gonna stop at like 5 or 6.
Why?
Because I'm playing like multiple JRPGs in a row. At some point, I'm gonna think to myself, I want to play something else other than a turn-based JRPG.
You are going to want my help when you get to 6. You are genuinely going to want my help when you get to 6.
Will I? I probably don't want it.
You're probably gonna want it because you can completely fuck yourself out of a finishable playthrough if you do not do a certain set of things in 6.
Also, when I'm playing 9, I'm not going for Excalibur. I already heard about it. I'm going to say in my review that I have to play a certain way just to get the best of the game. And it's not a playthrough I want to do.
So you're going to do that on 12 too then, right?
Huh? I have to play the game. Do I have to play the game in a certain way?
Yeah.
No.
Basically what you do in... Say the thing. In 12, you have to open a certain set of chests, but not others. And open a certain chest in a certain area to get the best lance in the game.
No, fuck that.
The Zodiac Spear. It's an amazing weapon, but it is totally not worth the bullshit they put you through to get it.
Yeah, Jacob, here's the makeshift double-barreled shotgun.
Hold on, I have to turn it back on. Oh, you are being eaten by some monster. Take my take my
that's the kind of shit
that's
I hate.
awesome.
It's like, at least give you like some kind of challenge for it. Like, I don't mind getting a challenge for it. But, like,
I mean, not actively not giving yourself a certain amount of chests and certain items in those chests is a challenge. It's genuinely a challenge, and I don't think that's a stupid bullshit thing. I'm not just being like, well, don't do this or speedrun the game in this amount of time. I don't think that's the same thing. I think that's genuinely a challenge where you are disadvantaging yourself for the sake of completing the challenge.
That's fair.
Joey, did everybody die? No,
well, the merchant got, but...
Oh, that guy's alive. Okay, cool. So Eugene died.
Final Fantasy game, I'm glad you're reviewing it some point. It's 13. Just to see what
we're gonna fight when you review 13, because I genuinely have a love for 13, and you are going to hate it, and I know you are.
Don't! Oh, yeah, well, maybe I would like it. You don't know.
If you like it, I'll be very happy. Because it's genuinely one of my favorite Final Fantasies. It's just very unique. 13-2 is unique as well. What they were trying to do with the Fabula Nova Crystals was make a bunch of unique games that all played differently. You will run into a problem when you play Type 0. In the fact that you will be very confused as to what is going on unless you play a certain mobile title that is no longer available that you'll have to emulate.
Oh, I've already played a bit of Type 0. I fucking hated it. Like, I had it for
I love
a few days.
Type 0.
I had it for a few days and I was like, I cannot jive with this gameplay style.
It's interesting.
Like, that was back when I was like way younger and I was like used to how Kingdom Hearts played when it came to action RPGs.
It's proto Birth by Sleep. I'll say that much.
Didn't feel like proto Birth by Sleep.
It is very proto Birth by Sleep.
Ладно, мужики. Давайте выпьем
But
за нашего Артема.
Type 0 also has a little bit of a disadvantage story-wise because you don't know what happened in Vegito. Because they didn't release it in the US.
I'll just look it up on YouTube.
That, honestly, for Vegito, that's what I recommend. It may all be in Japanese, but maybe someone will have some idea of what they're talking about.
За тебя!
I like that. I would
Давай,
take
Тёмка.
that extra ammo.
За тебя.
Anyway, I'm probably gonna start recording after I finish writing a paragraph for the Sly review.
You should probably do the
Ты
Sly
чё,
review
правда
first.
непробиваемый для аномалий?
Yeah, I'm working on the
Посмотрим,
script.
непробиваемый ли он для водяр.
Send me the script to review before you actually do it.
Надо проверить. За удачу
Of course.
и за Артёма.
Because I want to review your script, because again, I've been doing this for like 15 years, I know what I'm doing.
Prove your honor to me as a soldier.
Пертяшка, что ли?
Yeah, prove your honor to him as a soldier, dude. Just do it. Just do it. Just prove it. Prove it.
I was like, I'm gonna be real. I heard the Crisis Core Reunion version of like Rust Assault, right? Angela's voice is way better in the PSP game than the remake.
Well,
Like I said, like when it comes to the main remake cast, right? I think they're great. Like I honestly prefer a lot of them over.
yeah, the dub in the remake is way better than the dub in Final Fantasy VII.
But when it comes to like,
I got away with that.
yeah, I ignored you.
Joey, am I being too mean?
No,
when
you're not being mean enough.
But when it comes to setup, when it comes to the Crisis Core characters, in my mind, I'm thinking, wow, they don't sound nearly as good as how they did in the original game.
You'll have that. And also Square's weird about hiring voice actors again.
I don't get why they still have all the same Japanese VA. Cloud still voiced by Tentomon.
Because they don't give a shit about who they hire in America. They seriously don't.
I feel like Square's more scared of their Japanese fan, because if they replace the voice actor and they're not dead, the Japanese fans will come knocking down on their doors, threatening to kill them.
I have said this time and time again. Square only cares about the Japanese audience.
Yes,
and I will always be right about that. It's just like Nintendo. They don't care about the Americans all that much, other than when they're mad.
I mean, that's fair. Fuck Americans.
But no, Square only cares about the Japanese fan base, and as long as they're happy, they'll let shit be bad here. Not that any of the voice actors they got for like Crisis Core or the Reunion or the Rebirth, Remake, Reincarnation, whatever the fuck, are really particularly bad.
Red Gomez is always going to be the better Zack for me over Caleb Pierce.
Oh, I agree with you, but that's because I'm nostalgic and also an asshole.
I'm not. Actually, no, that's a lie, because I did kind of grew up playing Birth by Sleep and Crisis Core, so I guess I am kind of biased.
Yeah. And Crisis Core came at a very important time in my life, so Joey, are you lost?
No, I'm looking for bullets.
You're looking for bullets, okay.
There's a bunch of
Oh,
bullets.
no more
around
bullets?
here.
Them bullets. But, Final Fantasy is a very hard game series to review in its order, because you will see them jump to drop shit in the middle of the series and then bring it back better than it's ever been.
But I have no idea how I'm gonna order the, like, stuff like tactics and shit like that.
I would suggest doing it in release order.
Yes.
For that. Bring tactics in around the PS1 era, and then review the PSP version, because
my first
actually
the GBA one.
What I recommend is playing the PS1 port of tactics, because the PSP version has weird slowdown. The PSP version has extra content, so maybe play it for that, but that would mean 2 playthroughs.
Oh.
And I don't know if Math Wizard is as broken in the PS1 version as it is in PSP.
It's not paying attention to what that guy was saying. Holy shit.
But no joke, Math Wizard is fucked, and I love it to death. I level grinded just to unlock it.
I wanted to be a wizard today.
You want to be a Grand Wizard, Tion?
No.
Господи Иисус.
Shut your mouth.
What, Tion? You want to be a Grand Wizard?
No.
I don't blame you. These are terrible
We're
people.
all going to hell.
We are all going to hell, you included.
You included, buddy.
I'm a dirty pagan. Joey's Joey, and you're you.
At this point, I kind of just absorb all religions in some way, shape, or form.
Mighty Poseidon, guide my way.
I was flat out told when I was looking into Taoism not to become one of those annoying Taoists. Because apparently those exist.
Oh, with good reason. Let's be real. There's always some kind of annoying fucking religious person.
Look, I'm just trying to be not as anxious. If it makes me less anxious, I'll be happy.
And that's completely fair.
What are you doing? I'm checking my email.
I don't think I'm gonna look that hard into Buddhism because being a perfect Buddhist is literally impossible.
Buddhism, according to my brother, he's like, even Buddhism is kind of weird.
It is. Taoism is weird too. Like, I opened up a section of the book just to. I kind of like flipping through the Tao Te Ching and just checking out some random verses every once in a while because they're kind of disconnected in a way. Some of them have to do with earlier ones, but it's not all that much.
Подойди-ка. Ты Artyom, да?
So I open up to random verses and I read them, and some of them I'm like, okay, I kind of see where you're going with this, but I don't know if this is a good translation of this book or if I just disagree with your message here. Artificial desires. Don't elevate the outstanding, then your subjects will not contend. Do not value hard to get goods, then your subjects will not act as thieves. Do not display the desirable, then your subject's mind will not be muddled. Using these, the way a sage maintains order, empties their mind, stuffs their guts, weakens their resolve, and strengthens their bones. He fixes on making his subjects lack both knowing and desiring. Make the wise not presume to act on constructs. Act on the constructs lacking acting on constructs. Then nothing is not ordered.
Deaf dog.
And then there's Lucas, who's an agnostic.
Yeah. Limbo or purgatory, yeah. It'd be that way. It do be that way. Have fun there. It's pretty much nothing. When Dante ended up in Limbo, he was kind of just unhappy about it and kind of dealt with it. That's a weird part of the Divine Comedy.
My favorite part of Divine Comedy is him going after some girl that didn't really know him. It was basically his fucking fanfic where he hung out with his favorite poet and
I love
to find the girl. Find the girl.
His girlfriend who didn't actually like him all that much either.
Yeah. And that wasn't his girlfriend, it was just some chick.
He just couldn't stand that she died. And she kind of dumps him in the third book. And it's just like, I don't want to be around you.
You're really annoying.
Well, to be fair, if you were hanging out with Dante all the time, would you be like, hey, you're a pretty cool dude, or would you be like, man, you need therapy?
Book Dante or Game Dante?
Book Dante, not Game Dante. Of course not Game Dante!
Get away from me. Ew.
No, if you were hanging out with Book Dante, you'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? He wrote Inferno just to send all the people he didn't like acting in real life to hell.
I'll never forgive him for putting Odysseus in hell. He was loyal to his wife.
He hates the Greeks, dude. That is all that. It's not that deep. It's not that deep.
That's why whenever somebody says that Athena cursed Medusa for getting raped in her temple, I say no, that's Roman fanfic. That didn't happen.
Yeah. The Romans did a lot of that shit.
I especially don't
really
like the
hate
whole
the
thing.
Greeks.
I especially didn't like the whole more modern take was like Athena made Medusa a Gorgon to protect her. Because not only does that not make any fucking sense, that makes even less sense than the whole rape in her temple thing. Because first of all, Medusa's supposed to be a Gorgon. She was born as one. Two, why would she make Medusa a Gorgon to protect her and then help Perseus kill her later?
Shut up. No, because the ancient stories of like heroism and stuff like that kind of get a little bit muddled in translation. So there was probably a genuinely good reason that we just lost, because a lot of that wasn't written down, because didn't have the printing press at the time. So a lot of it is just oral tradition. Oh no, it's oral tradition. We even have that now. Practically everything we know about stuff like the Wendigo is oral tradition, passed down through lots of time. Oh, you just murked that rat. I think I would just come out like that, standing in the spot. Next for a what?
I'm pretty sure I sent it to you.
Probably, and I probably just didn't get to it yet. This, to be honest, why you use mouse and keyboard when you play a shooter. How accurate Joey is.
Those rats, damn, those are some big ass rats. That were in Russia, not New York.
This is DC. I wish I was joking. I'll live near there.
I know I'm not going.
The rats in DC go very deep.
Fuck yeah, feeding them steroids.
No, they're feeding them pig slop. Beer. Wait, what are you even doing right now?
Right now I'm just trying to gather some bullets. Because there's a bunch of bullets hidden around in Riga. There's a trophy for it, and I'm not sure where they're all at. But I'm mostly just doing some side stuff, and now I'm getting ready to go advance the plot.
Gotcha. So, how about I just posted an art thing that I found on Twitter.
Who is that?
I don't fucking know. It's just some art thing I found on Twitter. It's nice to look at, okay? We don't need to describe it for the audience. Oh, hell yeah, Gigabash having Godzilla and Ultraman DLC sale.
And now I'm meeting with a man called Bourbon, who's gonna get me around the lockdown of Riga.
Но я слышал, что вся эта муть в туннелях на тебя не действует, да? Ну, значит, тебе и проклятый ход нипочем. Короче, помоги мне добраться до Сухаревской, а я тебе калаш за это. Договорились? Ну и ладно.
Jar Jar is responsible for both the rise of the Empire and the creation of the most prolific slur in Star Wars. He's in it for the love of the hate.
Ладно, я подожду.
Jar Jar is
Но я нетерпеливый, ты учти это.
Used to keep everything. He came up with slurs.
I'm going to go buy a couple more.
The clone slurs.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, he met a black clone. It's the first thing that came to his mind.
Now he's just a clown that everybody hates.
Любые калибры. Лучший курс.
Спецпредложение. Благодарим за покушки от лучших мастеров.
No, because he would have been dead by then. I don't think Gungans live that long.
He'd be a Sith Lord. Sith Lords can have many
That was like
ways-
2 of them.
Yeah, and Jar Jar's the one who made them.
He wasn't even alive. Okay. You're just trying to activate.
Leon
my...
is just being stupid for the
Yes,
sake of being
I
stupid.
know,
Just
I'm
ignore
being
him.
Stupid. I was making a joke. Jesus.
Maybe.
How long do Gundams live? I don't remember.
I don't particularly know, and I don't think they particularly go into it.
I hope they all die very quickly.
Well, they're probably all dead now, if not before. You see none of them in the main series, and none of them in the sequel series.
I like to believe Anakin killed them all the first chance he got.
Probably.
More than likely.
These guys, I remember this guy, he was really fucking annoying. I'm gonna kill every last one of them.
Yeah, jokes are supposed to be not funny. Jokes on you, God. I believe in you who set for humanity knew himself me, probably.
Marvel Studios is considering moving the Fantastic Four first step up to June 11th, the same day as Superman Legacy releases.
This is
That's
a
either a really
terrible
good idea or a
idea.
very bad idea. I'm leaning more towards it being a bad idea because they actually gave Superman time to cook for its VX effects.
Did they pay the VFX artists appropriately?
Yeah, they even delayed the movie to give them more time to cook.
That is exactly
Also-
what they should do in real reality.
Also, apparently, Hollywood is moving out of California to Nevada.
Good. They'll probably get better tax breaks there.
Yeah, that's the whole point. And they also know that people aren't gonna fucking wanna
Move to California to work.
move to fucking Nevada to work, yeah. So they'll be like, oh damn, that sucks. So all the activists won't come with them.
The only reason I wouldn't move to Nevada is to avoid the creepy crawlies. Otherwise, I'm there. Means I can work on my editing in peace and away from California, then that's what it has to be.
Making movies almost makes you wish for nuclear winter.
Nah, make the move to Colorado. That's even better. Then all the VFX artists can smoke weed all day. Every day.
Weed with how depressing their job is.
Yeah, you're telling me. One of my siblings, she knows how to work in Blender, and I'm like, good luck with that. Good luck with that. I almost asked her to help me with a bit for my Halloween video, and I was just like, no, never work with yours, never work with family. It's just a bad idea.
Damn, this guy's fucked up. Battery fully charged. Grab those shells. And the ammo. Now, Metro, you always want to explore fucking everywhere because there's all kinds of goodies all over the place.
Ша, ты здесь потише. Во втором туннеле блокпост, и нам незачем на него выходить.
Bitch.
Yeah. Listen, I'm never gonna put Deathstroke above Deadpool, especially when I learned that he tried to bang a minor.
How did this come up?
I just saw a tweet where they were trying to say that it's a tweet that said Is that another Deadpool variant? And then Deathstroke's over. He's called Deathstroke. He's actually the original. We're all rip-offs of him. He's also way cooler and more badass. I mean, those last 2 parts are debatable.
Debatable. Debatable content.
If we're talking about comic book Deathstroke, no. He's a weirdo. I don't like him. If we're talking about Slade from Teen Titans, then yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's a menace in Teen Titans, but I don't think
that's because he's voiced by Ron. He's voiced by Ron Perlman. That's like an +10 to your aura.
Are you saying he has aura?
Yes. Are you saying he doesn't?
I say he's skippity.
Shut up. I don't know what that means. Stop saying
You're not even speaking English!
I say he's more Phantom Tax in the real comics than he is. And oh my god, okay, need to not look at that.
I legitimately don't understand what the fuck you're saying. What does that mean?
At this point, Jacob, just don't look at the screen.
Okay, I have moved away from the screen and I am putting what I saw out of my brain.
Put it out of your brain. Don't worry about it. Just listen to it and don't worry.
I can't even listen to it because I'm in this chat, and thus I'd have to hear my own voice layered over you guys talking continually.
Oh, was that a bad thing, Joey?
It was a bad thing.
It was a bad thing. Let's just not talk about it.
But we're not going to talk about it. We're past it. We are beyond it. Titties. Anime titties. Waifu cup titties.
Listen, I was so upset when I realized that my mods for services weren't working. Because I can't hold my monster girl. I'm upset by that.
Rip. You'd be really happy in my book because there's a cafe that specifically hires monster girls.
What kind of monster girls?
Let me see what I specifically wrote down. Let me just Control F. Okay, so we got. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Where's the first one? Okay.
Yes, Lucas, bullets are currency in this game. Fully military grade bullets are considered the currency in the world of Metro. That's both in the books too, because they are clean bullets from before the bombs dropped.
Tion, you're gonna bitch at me for not being Monster Girl enough, but I didn't want to spend like an hour describing every single Monster Girl race that you could pick to be from at character creation. So I just said cat girls, nagas, goblins, kitsune, and so on.
Interesting.
There is a character who is continually harassed by a recurring character who is a naga, and Rudy is very annoying about being in love with her, so...
It's a naga. Oh, the snake, right?
The snakes. Yeah, her name is Gracia, and she's really cute and nice. She's also got really bad anxiety, just like Ella, who's the main character. And so, she's got really bad anxiety, but she hangs in there. She's one of the best staff members at the place, so... The Golem girl at the beginning of the book, when they first went there, was the one there beforehand, Silica. So far... No. There's only been 2 occurrences of being at the shop so far in the book, and I'm about 74k words in. Let me check again. Yeah, 74980. So by the end of the day, I'll probably be at 76 or 77.
Nicely done.
And one of the characters in the second appearance of the shop, of the cafe, wanted to meet an Undyne girl, so there are Undynes who work there too.
Well, cool.
Especially because Grand Central, the place where most of the book takes place, is island continent. So they have easy access to Undyne characters, and they have a good reason for being there. Otherwise, they'd probably be at Glensteria or Baravesia because it's close to the ocean.
Alright, I gotcha.
I can show you the map if you want. Let me send it to you. You might be intrigued. And I can also send you the tool I used to make it. Here. Here's the map. Not all of these were named personally. Some of them were generated, but I'm lazy, so. The ones you need to know importantly that are named are Arabacia, Akinto, Lecrian Despotate, Grand Central, and Akumtikal. Those were the ones that I personally named.
Cool.
And then all the way up in the northwest, right under the Stersian Marches, is Coronets, which is basically fantasy Japan. You can barely see it. It's tiny. It's right next to Logistia and the Stersian Marches. And above the Tsardom of Dovetia.
1 sec, saving.
Coronet faces most of its problems for Dovetia and Hilisman Empire, but they're allies with the Kinto, so they have a lot of technology that puts an advantage over both of the rival countries. The Stersian Marches and Logistia mostly leave them alone.
How did you make this map?
I used Asgar's fantasy map generator.
I'm going to use that to make my own universe.
It's an extension. It's an extension for Chromium browsers, and you can pin it to your own taskbar, so you don't have to have the browser open for it. I basically cycled through maps until I could find one that suited my needs. One of which was Grand Central and Lecrian Despotate being island-locked and sea-locked locations. And then from there, I developed the nations. Not all of them. Not every single one is developed yet. There are some issues I've had with that, but, you know, they're not important yet, so I don't have to. I've developed the ones that are important to develop at this moment in time. The Kingdom of Anne is technically important, and so is Cercia, but they're not important yet.
Okay. You said you had how many books?
I'm only writing one right now, but I'm going to be writing the first 3 before I publish any of them. By the time I write the 2nd or 3rd book, Cercia and Anne will be important because characters will be traveling there.
I'm
probably by the 3rd book.
I have a good concept of how I want my world to be lore-wise, but not so much of like the story of the first part.
I think you're making it especially difficult for yourself, and I'm going to be honest with this. And Joey, don't get involved in this conversation. Focus on Metro, because I can put it down a lot more gently than you would. Because Joey and I have talked about this. I think one of the issues you're going to have early on is establishing so many characters that don't matter for the actual story at hand, because your prologue is basically going to be a book long, from what I understand. With Sun Wukong's father and mother being central characters to the prologue section, so to speak. I think that's a disadvantage that you should.
Like a part 1. You know what I mean?
I think that's a bad idea.
What?
Throwing a part 1 rather than sprinkling in the details throughout the story that matter when it matters.
No, because like even though Wukong has his own arc, right? It's like there's like the main character of the first arc is Palace, his mother, and her growth from an arrogant, stoic person to the person that we see in Sun's story at the end of her journey.
Then what you need to do is to make that a book long and then start Sun Wukong.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot you have to establish when you establish a character. Their family, their history, this, that, the other. You have to start at a certain point so that you can do certain things
with names for the rest of it.
Damn it.
I just think that you're going to... I just think if you're going to do anything, you should make that its own entire story and then start Sun Wukong.
It is.
Like a part 1. Not just like a part 1 of one novel.
It is. It is. I think
Okay.
you misunderstand me. I think you misunderstood me.
If I misunderstood you, it's because you're not being clear at communicating.
I am not. I haven't really talked about it with you guys, but with another friend.
Okay.
Baby,
That
talking.
That was unclear at the beginning. We'll talk later off stream about it because I want to help you with this because I've learned a lot in writing my first book.
I'm still working on like a few more lore details for like the main country it starts in.
And I think the other thing you're gonna have trouble with is mixing the mythologies because you're gonna have to establish a lot of shit like right away.
I feel like that's the easier part.
That is not the easier part, trust me.
That is 100% not the easier part.
Because that is an entire history of several cultures mashing together into wars, conflicts, rivalries, this, that, the other. You are going to have like chapters upon chapters, thousands, tens of thousands of words trying to establish the relationships between the characters at play.
It's the easy part because that's the fun part to me.
I mean, fair. I have fun making lore too.
Give me an excuse to autistically rant about my lore.
I mean, fair, but you have to do it in a good way. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
So you're gonna have an uphill battle trying to mesh with that. I hope you understand that. So just be aware. That's why I've limited lore dumps in Kansei other than game mechanics, because I don't want to get into the lore of everything yet. I want to establish characters and then go into the lore details when they matter. That is how I approach lore. You don't have to approach it the same way. Just like I haven't talked much about Akum Tikal because nobody's been there yet. Who cares? Even though it's a fairly important area.
That's usually how I would prefer to do it, and just save the bigger lore stuff for like supplementary material.
The problem is if it doesn't do well, you don't get the chance to make that supplementary material unless you publish it yourself.
Yeah, of course I'm gonna publish it myself. I think I'm gonna trust.
Plus, you can. Think about the opportunity. Think about the opportunity you'll have with Sun to be on kind of the outskirts of all of this knowledge and be like, "Why is this way? This seems stupid," and then be like, "Oh well, back in the day, this happened." But you don't want to Tolkien leaf the situation, is what I call it.
Tolkien leaf?
So Tolkien in Lord of the Rings once spent like 3 pages describing a leaf.
You're kidding, right?
I'm not. It's a slight exaggeration, but it's genuinely what happened.
Yes, Tolkien is notorious for being overly descriptive on a lot of his stuff.
I think
and
I have the exact opposite issue that I'm trying to fix, where I don't feel like I'm descriptive enough.
I'm fixing that right now in my draft, but I might have to redraft something.
I just want to get to the point because I know people don't give a shit about like.
Oh no, people will care about description of characters and what they're wearing and how their clothes interact with the environment. Stuff like that is important, but you need to keep in mind also the flow of the story. Something I'm doing in my draft right now is having a character realize, and that being the reason for why there hasn't been a lot of description of character appearances and stuff, because she's the focal character and she doesn't usually care about that kind of shit because people are kind of just transactional for her. But she realizes she has friends and starts really looking at them, and now there's going to be a lot more description of that in the story. But I think one thing you're going to have to struggle with is having that where you can say, okay, well, a long time ago, son, this character who's related to you in this way did this thing, and that's why this thing is this way. But you can tell it in a story, like its own chapter even, that is interesting and compelling towards the character to know and why it matters to that character at that time. So have Son wonder something about his father or his mother, and then you go into a chapter that says, this is what happened there. Instead of just establishing it all in part 1 where this is why this is, because that's going to be really hard to pull off. That's why I suggested not doing a part 1 in the first place and just starting with Wukong. Because, like, if Palace isn't going to matter after book 1, except for facts that made Wukong into who he is.
She definitely still matters.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Then that might
my
be able to be done.
Listen. She's next to Wukong. She's the character I enjoy thinking about the most, like, even more than his own dad.
Gotcha. I gotta go, guys. Sorry.
Damn.
I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Chris wants to call me soon. So I'll talk to you guys later.
Farewell. Hey, Space Marine 2 already has a mod page. And it has 22 mods already. What do you plan on playing for tonight?
Вроде хрен там какой.
Приятно иметь дело с дебилами.
Как дважды два нам. Васян принял двоих, остальные все бросили, давай сматывать. А мы сидели в боковом туннельчике, ну и они прямо на нас. Как свиней всех перерезали на...
Не надо свиньи. Ну чё, как там хабарчик? Сколько получается на брата?
Да не особо.
Not to see this much.
Эти жердяи стерли на себе шматье и грибы. Дерьмо всякое.
А что это за персонаж с тобой?
Хозяина каравана. Наш главный хочет за него выкуп, тот же вес, но патронов.
Да ладно. Ничего себе. А я этому тюфяку просто глотку бы вскрыл.
Ну, главный у нас же стратег, man. А ты...
Hey, Joe. I'll be back.
Okay.
BRB.
Врагу не сдается наш гордый варяг, пощады никто не желает.
Чё за дела?
Чё-то херня какая-то.
Ну, дебилы! Сэкономили 3 копейки, не наняли замыкающего, и все! Опа, нифига, иди сюда, на!
Приятно иметь дело с дебилами.
Как дважды два! Васян принял двоих, остальные все бросили, давай сматывать. А мы сидели в боковом туннельчике, ну и они прямо на нас. Как свиней всех перерезали, на...
Не надо свиньи. Жрать хочешь. Ну чё, как там хабарчик? Сколько получается на брата?
Да не особо. 5 пушек, чуток патронов. Эти жердяи перли на себе шматье и грибы. Дерьмо всякое.
А что там за персонаж с тобой был?
Хозяина каравана. Наш главный хочет за него выкуп, тот же вес, но патронов.
Да ладно. Ничего себе. А я этому тюфяку просто глотку бы вскрыл.
Ну, главный у нас же стратег, man.
Эмля, вроде хрен там какой. Или нет? Нет, походу завязывать с бухлом.
Не, ну вообще, ну где там, пацаны, что за дела? Чё там за движуха? Эмля? Вроде хрен там какой. Или нет? Походу завязывай.
Братаны, тут жмур! Шухер! Сучара! Пацанов валят! Ну, сука, готовь вазелин, бля! Никуда, падла, не денется. Здесь где-то ширится, найдем. Ничего, пацанчики, ничего. Братва!
Мост чисто стрёмное место, пацанчик. Вот тепла. Я тебя крою, а ты гляди за мной. Будем идти вместе, справимся. И не выделывайся там. Мне еще жить
want that.
Противогаз, живо!
Ну, давайте, вылезайте, шмотники гребаные, папа пришел.
Братаны, прикройка, сука! Рожок меняю! Маслятый, братва, рожок меняю! Меняю в натуре! Маслятой!
Это боевая третина Ганзы. Ищут братву. Артем, не стреляй! Ну и качели, мать его, в бога душу.
Обрушение тоннеля, мать. И такая лестничка красивая рядом. Засада зудав. Ну и хрен бы с ним. За мной!
Shit's about to get fucky-wucky.
А, черт, как будто нам упырей не хватало. Теперь еще и это кладбище. Артем, слышишь, ты пошарь там по жмурам, может найдешь чего, и двинем.
Better loot all the bodies.
Открывайся. Артем, у меня что-то сердце ноет. Стрёмное это место. Помнишь наш уговор? Ну давай, давай. Хорошая решеточка. Ай, ты, милая моя красивая. Я вернусь и покрашу тебя красочкой. И смажу мою девочку. Врата открываются. Великие темные врата. Я слышу зов.
I'm back.
Welcome back. You're just in time for some fucky-wucky shit.
Если повиноваться. Ой, мне одному.
What you say is the class up?
Что это за хрень со мной была? Артем, ты слышал это? Фух. Ну и песни. Слаще Владимирского Централа. Но страшно.
Alright, what were you gonna ask?
I was going to say, what do you think is the telltale signs of being a Pegasus rider?
A Pegasus rider?
Yes.
What do you mean?
I can fire him. What do you think are the usual signs that somebody's a Pegasus rider for you when they reveal their class?
Oh, hang on. Oh, probably stuff like having bow legs from riding all the time. Bow legs, probably very gentle around animals.
Smelling like Pegasus shit.
That's a possibility.
Or hay. Dude,
Or
they're pretty
hay.
hay. Does hay have a hay has a smell?
Oh yeah, hay 100% has a smell.
Just running through the
Ну вот
park
и
down
проспект
there.
Мира.
Sparrow shows what he's talking about by bringing the fact that he already knew some of this. Pegasus Rider.
Have the key. Different key I'm missing. Did I not grab the key? Or grab the key. No, I didn't grab the key. Okay, dumbass. You fucker. Oh, we stocked now. See it with the level.
Люди, братва, откройте, прошу, не дайте помереть страшной смертью. Вы чё, оглохли? Нас тут сожрут сейчас!
Ублюдки! Кого вы за собой притащили? Упырей! Семен, заводи дрезину. Спасем этих полутрупов.
Артем, держись! Нам сегодня карта прет!
Unlocking the map generator, yay!
Ну-ка покажите.
Слушайся его. Эти ребята вообще юмора не понимают.
Какая встреча! Может быть, это обман зрения? Нет же, это Бурбон, собственной персоной. А я уж и не надеялся, что свидимся. Семен, смотри-ка, кто к нам пришел.
Вот хрень! Мы вляпались, пацанчик. Михалыч, какая встреча! А я как раз к тебе лыжи мылил.
Слышали, мужики? Накрывайте на стол серебро. К нам Бурбон в гости пожалуй. Бурбон, ты только не нервничай и никуда не уходи. Мы сейчас закончим с этой мелюзгой, а потом уж займемся крупной рыбкой. Помнишь, где меня ждать?
Да помню, помню.
Уверен? А то могу и напомнить, если что.
Уверен.
$2 back in the stream. Hold up. There we go. How long is this game, usually?
Никогда прежде я не видел такого базара. На нем можно было купить вообще все, что угодно. Жаль, Бурбон задолжал денег солдатам Ганзы и не хотел задерживаться.
For how long?
I'm trying to guesstimate.
Убрать оружие! Кто такие?
Not really sure.
Выйти на свет!
I'd say like a good, if you're taking your time with it and trying to do achievements, I'd say maybe like
Так, братан, что пытаешься протащить на
20-30 hours.
И что с тобой за пацан?
Слышишь, начальник? А может, все утрясем?
Конечно,
Are there any
пойдем.
side quests in this game?
А вы присматривайте
really.
за этим.
There's no side quests, it's mostly just scouring around for
Не
loot.
двигайся. Стоять! Я с тобой разговариваю.
Все нормально. Эти двое могут проходить. Добро пожаловать на проспект Мира.
Давай, давай, шевели булками. Или ты хочешь остаться с этими красавцами?
Следи за языком.
Ля, мы вляпались по самые помидоры. На этих перцев с дрезины у меня ЛВ точно нет. Если они нам...
Ну а ты видел, что это было? Нет? Может, это вражеский шпион? Теперь ему все о нашей обороне известно. Все слабые места. Захватят нас, как полежать из гора. Перережут нас, как щенков. И все.
Человеческие тела, сидеть.
А ты не слышал?
Просто ужасно. Через этот поезд очень трудно пройти, а обойти его никак нельзя, потому что тоннель начал осыпаться, и все вокруг вагона, сверху, с боков, все завалено землей. А в самом поезде вагон в виду.
Man, they keep saying that you're not playing Metro, then going back to saying you are playing Metro. Make up your mind, Steam.
What is my Steam saying? I'm not playing Metro?
It keeps it keeps popping up saying you are. You are.
На Ганзу нам путь.
Huh.
Казалось бы, но уж где там пропасть? Всего ведь на километр уходили. Им ведь и запретили дальше идти. Они и сами не дураки. В общем, так и не дождались. Послали усиленный дозор их искать. Ну, те их искали.
But most of the game longevity comes from doing the various challenges. Like, you can do no-kill runs in both 4033 and Last Light. I don't know about Exodus. I think they kind of did away with it in Exodus because of how it plays a little differently from...
I like killing people.
That's nice, Tion.
Kidding. I'm not a murder hobo.
Tion, you are...
Это Москва, прием.
I am not a murder hobo. Take offense to that. I can hold back my urges.
You can hold back and just choose not to, like half the time.
Every time I see trailers for Dragon Ball Online, I get bad frustrated because why didn't we get this in English? It would have sold like hotcakes.
Пап с собой каких-то подбирали. И дальше на заправках соляры зальют и снова в дорогу. Короче, забрались в какую-то глухомань, где уже и бомбить-то нечего. Тут у них горючее и закончилось. Фон радиационный там...
Не надо меня домогаться, я не такой.
Уже не такой, как рядом с городом.
Изыди, сатана.
Самогончику, наверное.
Там на полкорпуса в землю вкопали и
День машиниста. Командир сейчас занят. Подойди позже.
Мой сын сегодня произнес первое слово.
Поздравляю. Мама или папа?
Никто, ни другой. Он сказал огонь.
Вырастет, будет солдатом, папа.
Ну да, папа. Знаешь, с той ночи, когда кровососы напали на нас из бокового туннеля, я не в каждом...
Отойдите от ворот. Выход закрыт. В сторону.
Не все же в грязи со свиньями валяться. Прикупи себе красивую одежду. Почувствуй себя гламурным. Будь звездой.
Расскажи бесплатно, а? Пожалуйста. Ну просто скажи, о чем это?
Не желаете приобрести сковороду? Подходит для жарки.
Мой двоюродный брат рассказывал, что если дети убегают от родителей, и до или после того, как она сгинула.
После.
Ну, и что случилось?
Слышали? На канале
Идешь к нему здороваться, а он и жрет твой мозг. Круто, да?
В общем, от Сухаревской к ближайшей обитаемой станции туннель очень долгий, потому что Тургеневская станция проклятая и заброшенная черт знает сколько лет назад. И чтобы от Сухаревской до Китай-города добраться, надо обязательно большой караван. Когда много народу, говорят, ничего особенного. Туннель как туннель. Сухой такой тихий. Ни боковых туннелей тебе, ни шар. Деться из него даже некуда. А через день бывает, кто-нибудь наслушается про то, какой-то замечательный туннель, пойдет в него один. И все. Туннель назвали. Бесследно.
На прошлой неделе же дешевле было.
Sorry, just going down memory lane real quick.
What's that?
Was going down memory lane looking at this old Dragon Ball Online trailer. I remember binge watching when I was a little kid back when I was still around, and then getting so upset that the the West release was canceled.
Куда тебе столько? Ты же не унесешь. Дай 5. В смысле, руку.
Your build's like my sister.
Сталкеры говорят, ни в коем случае нельзя смотреть на кремлевские звезды, когда поднимаешься наверх. Они заговоренные.
Этот проход открыт только для местных жителей и персонала. Вы должны уйти.
Мам, купи мне крыску. Заткнись, Катя. Мы на этой неделе уже ели мясо.
Слава богу, пока ничего не выходит. Так, случилось мне поговорить с военными, которые еще первые...
Значит так, я тут добазарился с одним перцем. Он, конечно, жмотяра нереальный, но тут уж ничего не сделать. Зашибись, все, выдвигаемся.
Ударили секретным биологическим оружием. Вначале никто ничего не заметил. Это Земля, третья планета Солнечной системы. У нас аварийная ситуация.
I gotta go work out.
Как называется наша галактика?
Work out, my friend. Are we gonna do another watch night tonight, Lord?
Будто сам не знаешь.
I should be able to.
Я уже Михи забашлял.
If you can, I'm just gonna try to get through Tame as fast. We are already on like episode 29 at this point.
Putting out like what, 50?
Out of 50, yeah.
Проспект Мира. Все на изготовку. Ворота открываются. Вы уверены,
Oh, we're on 28. I'm mistaken. So, we're blazing through it. And it's damn good. I'm starting to see the lane riders. The lane riders' head is starting to peek out now. Slowly but surely. To the point where I'm expecting one of the Digimon to go, present day! Present time!
And you don't seem to understand.
It's funny because in the dub, Lane's VA does voice one of the main characters.
Когда после 20 лет в тоннелях видишь небо.
Yeah.
Когда видишь город, в котором когда-то
It really
родился,
is.
и в котором теперь
And now we're going to
властвует
the
чудовище.
surface.
Вот он, мертвый город, сказал мне Бурбон. Добро пожаловать домой.
Sorry?
So we're going to the surface now. Surface of Moscow.
А теперь будь очень, очень на стреме. А вот и счастливые, жители этого райского городка. Сталкеры, эти черти дерзкие, на поверхность почти каждый день лезут. Но там волыны ищут, маслины, технику действующую. Без них метро бы уже давно скопытилось. Иногда на их жмуров набредаешь. Они как камень твердые, замороженные. Ну чисто снеговик. Жало обыщи как следует. Вдруг тут есть еще один схрон.
See this damn mod I
Часто
found
на
first.
поверхности схроны мастырят, куда добычу сталкивают. Так что ты давай, гляди в оба, ищи. И на тебе не будет проблем ни с патронами, ни с фильтрами.
Let me put a silencer on this. That's fine.
Так, что тут у нас? Ага, фильтрик пригодится. А тут и маслинок насыпала. Спасибо, братан.
There is the save, but where is the key? Just for some pre-context lore, Tion for Metro 2033. So Artyom, the main character, was actually like just a kid when the bombs dropped. So the bombs dropped in 2012. So that's when everybody within Russia and like the surrounding like Slavic areas all retreated under the metro system. 2012, 2013, and then 2023 is called 2033 because it takes place 20 years after the bombs have dropped.
Okay.
So it's It's kind of like Fallout if it was set in Russia, but not as tongue-in-cheek, if that makes sense.
No, it's more serious. Plus, don't they're mythical monsters?
Kind of. All the mutated monsters are based off of, so-called mythical monsters. But yeah, it's a lot more, I mean, aside from the monsters, obviously, it's a lot more grounded.
Bullets are harder to find, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds about
Bullets
right.
are harder to find. When you're actually on the surface, there are parts of the surface that are so still heavily irradiated that you have to have, like, a gas mask on. Otherwise, you can't breathe. So having filters is important.
Ну что, готов? Тогда двинули дальше. Значит, теперь зырь сюда. Нам нужно добраться до вентиляционной шахты, которая ведет к Сухаревке. Там мы с тобой попрощаемся. Мой калаш станет твоим, ну когда базарились. Пацан, начкуйся! Ты чё, с катушек совсем слетел?
I also like Metro a lot because it's really good about building a tense atmosphere.
Would you say, in a way, it can be considered a horror game in a way?
Oh, absolutely. It's how it's built. It is definitely considered to be a horror experience. Especially here on the surface where, like, there's, like, barren life.
So are there, like, anything close to ghouls in Metro?
Not really.
I just saw a ghost. What the fuck was that?
That was a dark one. So dark ones, in the context of the lore, are like these evolved humans, and part of the conflict in the first Metro is that the Dark Ones keep breaking the minds of normal people. And it's become such an issue.
It becomes the issue that it's lowering.
It's become such an issue that it's like breaking the minds of people and taking them away from, you know, being bodies. And so...
But you can kill them, right?
Yes, hang on. Fighting. God damn it. God. Last checkpoint. So part of the conflict is that Hunter is part of an organization called the Rangers, and he is trying to figure out a way to stop the Dark Ones, because they've become an issue.
Well, I imagine.
I mean, obviously, I mean, they're stab, you dumb fuck. And so he asks Artyom that if he does not come back after 2 days, to go in his steed to find one of his ranger buddies so that they can find a way to finally put down the Dark Ones. But there's a reason why the Dark Ones are doing what they are doing. It just doesn't make sense until you get closer to the end of the game.
Okay. Oh, God. Oh, fuck.
Like, as you can see right now, I'm, like, exploring the surface and, like, getting all of these, like, flashbacks and creepy crawly voices in my head. There's another dark one.
Windows. Let's see if this works.
But yeah, the one of the developers of this game, Tion, was also one of the former developers on the Stalker series, which is why they're both so similar in tone.
Stalker. I don't think I've ever played that, actually.
I have all the games. I want to play them. I want to play them with Minnie because they're one of Minnie's favorite games to play.
Are they stealth? They sound like they're heavily stealth first-person shooter games.
Not necessarily. They're stealth based. I mean, you can play them stealth based, but you can play them as a standard first-person shooter. They're hard because they're just kind of jank. At least the first game is. The other games they got a lot better about it. That. Go around here. I have no idea where it could be though. I'm pretty stocked up.
But are you sure? Do you have enough bullets?
Oh, I'm definitely stocked the fuck up.
No, just don't miss.
Supposed to go. Yeah, the gargoyles suck ass. Trying to remember where I need to go. I think I was going the right way. That's right. You can't go here. I knew it was right. Get fucking domed in the head, you fucking gargoyle.
You want me to send you that clip about the Black Space Marine?
Yeah, send me that clip. I'm curious.
Oh, fuck.
What happened?
Okay, now I get it. It's synthetic, man. That's why.
Oh, is he a known racist?
From what I'm hearing, apparently so.
Known racist doesn't like black people. News at 11.
You know, I would love to see more black people in video games. I'm just tired. Just from anyone but Western devs. I'm gonna be real, because they can't make good designs for them at all.
They can't, and the ones they do are like the most
Really
stereotypical black people design you could go with.
It is. It's genuinely frustrating that Japanese devs, where there are barely any black dudes at all, make better black designs than Western devs, who most likely have black people on the team.
Oh, for sure.
Like, that's kind of frustrating. Here, I didn't watch the full clip because I didn't feel like having my brain melted by stupid.
Oh god. I'll watch it in a little bit.
Yes. Also, I was rewatching Robin and Sumeya support, and it also just further capitalized how much better that support is compared to her support with Crom.
Oh, for sure.
that S rank where Robin says, "I can't make you the richest girl or even a princess, but I can make you happy for the rest of your days." God, that's so sweet.
It is. It is truly sweet. There is. What's really funny is that, if my Robin hadn't gotten with Lucinia, he originally was going to try to pursue a romance with Sumia. But the only reason why he was on track to romance Lucinia was because he got distracted when he went to confront her after she faced off against Prom. And
I
he was
have
like,
an idea of how I'm gonna handle that.
How's that?
Like I said, I'm doing the thing with the whole tournament scene. Like I said, I'm gonna handle it Private Steve, where the other future kids are there as well. Servia,
I think that
Jerome,
makes a lot of
Owain,
sense.
Indigo. But it's also a hint at the timeline being changed, because they actively show confusion that Sparrow isn't there because he got injured before he could join the tournament. So Jack's there instead in his place. And Owain immediately starts freaking out because he was supposed to fight his dad, but ended up fighting Jack, who he's never met, so he doesn't know his moves.
Rip.
Slash.
Get my battery recharged.
And I have Owain and Jack have a small conversation, which is because Owain always looked up to the stories that his father told him about his really cool uncle, who was a Myrmidon.
That's cute. I like that. Is that cute? Definitely missed something. That's the key to this one. I missed a key to another one. Completely.
So you know PlayStation's releasing another multiplayer game that's supposed to be, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like whole stories like Eat the Rest, Rich, and it's like from a multi-billion-dollar company. I can't wait for this to fail. Do you think it'll fail faster than Concord?
I think it will. God, I can feel the migraine forming in my head right now.
Exciting.
Where'd you go? I think I got it.
You're dead?
Fucking annoying ass enemies. Didn't keep track of my
Looks like
fucking
you're
filter.
flying.
It's almost 12:30. Yeah, I want to finish this up here and go do some active exercise since all I've been doing is sitting down and playing video games all day.
Главное что? Помнишь? Главное, желтый снег не есть. Помнишь?
This is really gonna go under because they keep banner spawning too, which is stupid. Fallen Shadow got banned off of Twitch for apparently drinking on stream.
That's fucking dumb.
Yep. I'm starting to think, apparently there's a rogue moderator who just hates YouTubers.
Спокойнее, чем в городе, где я когда-то родился. Где же мой настоящий дом?
Didn't even get an email. Had to learn from a Twitter,
Тем более у Бурбона
a Twitch
там были
bot.
друзья.
Слушай сюда. Станция под контролем братвы, но неправильной. Если мы не найдем моих корешей, лучшее, что мы можем, это быстрее отсюда свинтить. Я помню эту решеточку. Надо просто... Черт, я не пролезаю. Ладно, ты тут обожди. Первый пошел. Все номер.
Стоять! Кто такой? А ну-ка, посветите мне тут. Опачки! Кто к нам пожаловал? Да это же наш челнок Бурбон.
Да ты базарить научился. Молодца. Давай, мне к пахану нужно, у меня к нему дело.
К хозяину? Ну, конечно. К хозяину так к хозяину. Куда ж тебе, как не к хозяину? Ладно, хорош. А то придется его тащить. Пошли! Закончим позже. Двигай, двигай.
Ну что же за непруха такая, ёптель-тёптель. Давай, моя прелесть. Ты не должен два рожка.
Глянь, он там ничего не забыл. Что-то шмоток его не видать.
Ага. Да нет тут ни хрена, только крысы.
Ладно, тогда снялись.
go ahead and call it here for the stream.
All right.
Streaming for a little over 2.5 hours, and I want to go be
Very
active.
interesting.
All right, guys. I'll do a little more of this on Friday. Thanks for everybody who came out. Thanks for coming out, Tion. I'll probably meet you in a few hours so we can watch some Yu Yu Hakusho. But till then, everybody, thank you. It was a good stream.
Good stream. Peace, man.
Quit the game.
Don't quit the game.
Yes.
It's you.